Los Angeles Laps. Here is a track that was fairly forgettable the first time I played it, which, if I didn't play it more times because it would get picked, might have helped its rating go up a little. Keep in mind, being in the Cherry Cup meant it was already following plenty of other tour courses, which really isn't helping it stand out compared to places such as jungles or underwater or in volcanoes. It also doesn't help that it's also in the same cup as a significantly better course. But what does this course do to earn its illustrious position? For the sake of context, I would like to start with a positive aspect. LA Laps clearly tried a lot harder than something like Paris to make each lap feel more unique, taking us from the boardwalk to the beach to the road and to the mud. Yeah, so this muddy dirt road. I'm a Canadian who's never left the country, so where many people can relate to a lot of these tour courses, for those that can't, a tour course should make the player feel like they want to visit the city or region or whatever it represents. And nothing sounds more exciting than oil rigs, let me tell you. That brown, dirty mud. That's what I want to see when I get to travel. I've been told by many that LA has much nicer locales to see, so Lap 3 really does seem like a huge waste to me. Another issue with most tour courses, and many of the booster tracks as a whole, is the underutilization of the anti-gravity mechanic. Some courses just kind of slap it on there. You know, some sledding areas, that qualifies enough, I suppose. And although it might seem wasted when you do that, the traction on regular roads and anti-gravity roads are functionally different. As a result, adding so many courses that don't use many of the unique mechanics that separates Mario Kart 8 from earlier titles makes the stats they offer less valuable. LA offers beautiful beaches, and you already get to race along the beach side, so why not just go into the water and come out at another part of the beach? Imagine being able to soar over the buildings and get a real scope of the place. No, it's fine, we'll just fly over their baseball field. Something that is novel, yes, but we get to zoom over, around, or through the sports ball stadiums in most tour courses, making this potentially cool idea feel pretty underwhelming, especially by way of 5 of the booster course. Why not instead have us take advantage of that Ferris wheel and anti-gravity over it, or around it? Yes, I know that these are tracks taken from the tour courses, but this is still a list used to compare to the tracks of 8 and against 8. This was a chance to improve in things. Oh, and yes, of course, the arrows. There are so many arrows in this track. Although the track is easier to follow than, say, Paris, it's still resulting in overlap from slower racers in previous laps, which in concept seems kind of cool to see other racers racing by. However, there's 2 major flaws. The first one is that you'll sometimes get hit by random debris, a green shell in the way, a banana peel that's dragging behind them, or even a bullet bill if they transform. The second problem is the fact that you don't actually see the racers coming towards you until it's too late, because there's those giant arrows again that drive me insane. The massive overabundance of this concept being used in every tour course makes for the overall experience just worse. It drives me insane. Lastly is the music. The soundtrack you've been listening to throughout this whole video is from this racetrack, and to be honest with you, it's a stinker. I like me a banger, something that goes with racing fast. This doesn't cut it for me. Los Angeles Laps ends up being a real contender for last place, but it still squeaks by just barely. So, yay? Tune in tomorrow for 94.